it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And today I've got the video that I've promised you I'd make for a while, and it's the update on all the foundations, or a lot of the foundations that I've shared with you in my foundation on a Friday. Some I've liked, some I haven't, but I wanted to share with you my favourites. And I've got 6 favourites, and I've got one that I can't personally work with so well. It's not bad, but I can't work with it so well. So let's, no further ado, we will start. I'll try and do it in the rundown order. I'm looking at them now, so I'm going to try and do it in a rundown order. And I'll show you each one. Also, I'll list below all the videos that I've made that correspond with each foundation. So if you want to actually see the application, then I'll list that video below. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, number 6. Now, I honestly feel this is number 6 because I bought the wrong shade. But this is Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Foundation. This goes on beautifully. It lasts beautifully. It doesn't crease. I love this. It is lovely. It's a lovely foundation. I didn't like it on myself because I bought the wrong colour. So it's unfair in a way to put it number 6. But I can only say the 6 that I've actually filmed. And if I was looking at the films myself, these are the 6 that I would say. But I'm definitely going to get this in another colour, a better colour match for me, and then I will do a comparison video for you so that you can see the right colour on me as opposed to what's the wrong colour on me. So it is number 6, but it's not a fail by any means, because it's a beautiful, lovely finishing foundation. Okay, so number 5 is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is matte and poreless. So you know, guys, that I struggle to keep the glow onto my skin because I've got a dry skin and a very aging skin. So this is one of those ones, and I've got a couple of examples that you look and you think, oh, that looks lovely, because I get most of my recommendations from, the ladies on here. And you can look at one and you go, oh no, that's lovely on her, but it's going awful on me. Honestly, 1,000 times over, don't always go what you think it will be, because I thought this would be a complete failure. I've got another one that I thought would be a complete failure that I'll mention later, but this is the Fit Me. My colour is 128. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll list it anyway. This was the perfect colour for me. It was the perfect finish for me. I never put it up under my eyes. Now, I have started putting foundation up under my eyes if I've got the right one, because I'm just not nuts about concealers. I am not. I would rather buy a foundation that I can put up under my eyes and that won't crease, it won't gather. That's what I prefer. I know people, a lot of you think, how can you go without a concealer? But to me, the more I put under my eyes, the worse they look. That's my problem. So this one I haven't put under my eyes, but I've got to say, since I did the video, this one, probably under my eyes has improved quite a bit. So I'm not quite sure if very, very finely, I've got a different way of putting it on now. You look up and I've got a better way of putting it on since I even made this video. So I might try this again with my new skincare and my new types of primer, and see what it's like now, because it might work differently now. So I don't want to judge it. It's number 5, but I do like the Fit Me, and I really thought I wouldn't like it at all, but I do. Okay, the top 4 was quite difficult. It was other than number one, the top four were quite difficult to. These three anyway were difficult to switch in between because I love them all, and they all look beautiful on. They all give the skin a lovely finish, and they are all different types of foundation. One is very dewy, moisturising, matte, and yet they all look really nice on my face. So it's probably one of the things I said already, but never go by what you know your mind is saying. That won't suit me. If possible, test it out. If possible, test it out, because you never actually know. I've been surprised time and time again. Either way, something I thought I'd love and is no good. So you know, really test and see before you judge. But anyway, let's go on to my next three. So this I put down as number 4, but it could really be any place I like. And this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation. That looks quite light in there. It's a lighter one, but it's not too light. It's certainly workable for me. And what is the colour I've got? Soft cream, is it? It's probably something entirely different to that if I look. Soft beige. Yeah, I do like this foundation very, very much. It's got a lovely finish. I always wore the 24-hour, the regular 24-hour from Rimmel, but I prefer this one. It's a beautiful foundation. It leaves a beautiful finish. It doesn't gather in your lines or your wrinkles or anything like that. It's really, really nice. As I said, I'll leave all the videos below, the ones that where you can see me actually applying this. But yeah, that's definitely a winner. Definitely would repurchase. Number 3. This was the biggest shock for me, because I never thought I would like this foundation in a million years. I didn't think it would work for me. This is the Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation from Maybelline. This is a full coverage foundation. It is. The colour's right for me. I'll list that below again. The colour works for me, but when I see full coverage, I mean, I can't wear, honestly, very heavy full coverage foundations. I have to be careful with this one. I can't use a lot. But if you're going out and you want what I call bulletproof makeup, I personally can't carry foundations like Estee Lauder's Double Wear. It's just too heavy for my skin. I know they do a light now, but anything like that, usually those bulletproof foundations do not suit me at all. They're just not right for me at all. But this particular one, again, you see, don't judge, because I would have definitely said no, but I saw so many of you, so many of the lovely ladies saying, no, this is great, this is great. It was so many on in so many best foundation lists. I thought, well, there's got to be something to this, you know, and there is. It's a beautiful foundation. If you're going out and you want your foundation, I don't use this on a daily basis. I don't need it on a daily basis. But if I'm going out, if I've got a long day, if I'm travelling, anything like that, this will last. This stays the course. It really does. And it doesn't look over heavy and it doesn't cake. So this is a winner for me too. Okay, so number 2. Has been in my favourites collection for so long. It never lets me down. I've bought umpteen bottles of this and I love this foundation. I really love this foundation. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. Beautiful, beautiful finish. It looks lovely on the skin. Doesn't go in all those telltale or shouting out loud lights. I've got now. It's a really lovely foundation. I've always been happy with it. I think if you're a similar age to myself and you haven't worn foundation for a while and you want to go back into foundation, wearing a little bit of makeup, and you want something to make your face glow and give it a bit of radiance, but not, you know, not too cakey, not too dry, I think this is the one. This is a healthy mix. They do a healthy mix serum as well. And they are absolutely lovely foundations. Really, really lovely foundations. I've heard about this one years ago from Lisa Eldridge. She was using it, and you know Lisa normally uses all the high end. But when she said about this and how much she loved it, I thought, I'm going to give it a try. I loved it from day one, and I've loved it ever since. It is a really lovely foundation. So honestly, I think first time, if you're trying something, you've not used it for a while, you don't want a made up look, you're quite conscious of makeup, this will be the one. This will be the one I would advise anyway. Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. Okay, so number one was a shock to me again, but this foundation blew me away. I love it. It's my go-to foundation. If I could only have one foundation, this would be it. And it's a Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. If you haven't tried this, guys, if you like the same sort of foundations as I do, and I think you sort of can tell by the ones that I've mentioned, if you like, I would give this a try. That's what I've got on now. I love this foundation. You can build it to a full coverage. I very rarely wear real full coverage. You can sort of see my skin through, and I prefer that. On a daily basis, I prefer that. I mean, you can't see your skin through this, but if you need a bulletproof, that's the one. But for daily, for a go-to, for what I get up every morning and put on, it's this one. This is the one I use. This is the one that I would keep repurchasing, that I would wear on a daily basis, that I know is not going to let me down, that goes the course. It's not bulletproof. It's not bulletproof. But on an average day, when, you know, I'm not travelling or I'm not going to be up late, or this is the one. To tell you the truth, even though I'm travelling, I go to this. I love this foundation. This has been my surprise of the year. It really has. I absolutely love it. It's got a lovely texture. It looks fabulous on the skin. As I said, I've got it now. It just gets it right every time. I know it's not going to let me down, and I love it. I really do love it. If I had a suggestion for you to try this. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But try this one if you haven't. Okay. Now, my one disappointment. And again, I want to say more so probably because of the Wet n Wild one. I said it was number 6 because I didn't like the colour. So it's unfair to judge the texture by the colour. But the Wet n Wild one, although it's too light, although I don't like the colour, the finish never let me down. It never let me down at all. And I will use it up. I'll use it up on days when I need to, you know, I do a lot of bronzing because that's too light. And I also need to get some drops so I can darken that down a bit. But I don't want to waste it because it's a lovely foundation. I like it. It wouldn't be my favourites otherwise. I just got the wrong colour. Now, likewise, I got the wrong colour in this. Now, you know, I said to you that never judge anything. Never think, I'm not going to like that until you've tried. You never know. You absolutely never know what's going to work for you. This is the other way. This is the other end of the spectrum. This is one I said, I've got to buy that. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to love it. And I didn't. I really tried at first. When I first put it on, I thought, yes, it's fine. It's fine. I did a video. I thought, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. But honestly, it just dried. Shall I tell you what it is? Might be an idea. I know you're all going to say, what? I love that. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define. If you're younger, again, if you get the right shade. But it's more than the shade with this. It is more than just the shade with this. Because it cracks, it went in here. It's so unusual for me not to like Revolution. I've said it 1,000 times, if I could only have one brand, one high street brand, it would be Revolution, most definitely. Apart from foundations. And they would definitely be Maybelline. But I love it. I love Revolution Cosmetics. I think they get better and better and better. Their colours are better. Their staying power is better. They improve every year, and I really love them. And I will always sing their praises. Apart from this, for me, I know that this is a lot of people's go-to. I know a lot of you absolutely love this. It's really, really hyped up big time, as is the concealer that matches it, that is on a par, supposedly on a par with Tarte Shape Tape. I just didn't get on with this. I didn't get on with it. I made the video, I liked it. I liked the initial application. But I learnt my lesson with the video that I made for this, that I'm going to use a foundation. When I review a foundation for you again, I'm going to use it for at least a fortnight before I say this is good or this is not odd, because I went in too quickly. I was so eager with this foundation. I went in far too quickly. And on hindsight and wear and longevity testing, yes, longevity's okay, I guess, but if you don't like the look to start with, it just didn't gel with my skin. But this one, although it's absolutely matte, and it doesn't look skin-like because it's complete full coverage, it doesn't look like it's laying on your skin, like a, you know, to me this did. This just didn't work for me. And one of the reasons I know that is you guys didn't like it either. And thank you. Thank you 1,000 times over for telling me what you like and you don't like. That's exactly what I want to know. Because I think something and then I look down and I think again and I take your comments into consideration. And that helps me so much. It's not negative feedback, because if something's not looking right, and I've made friends with, you know, you guys now, and I just, you know, be honest, and I'm so grateful that you are honest with me, and you didn't seem to like this one, guys, and honestly, I can see why. So this is not going to be one for me. I won't repurchase, and I am disappointed because I love Revolution. But definitely the top two for me are Bourjois Healthy Mix. And this is, I never thought I'd like this either. But I love this foundation. Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. So that's my roundup of foundations for this year. Anyway, I will carry on doing foundations for you, and maybe we'll take other things as well. Maybe we'll take the best mascaras and so forth. So we'll see how we go along the way, and what videos you'd like to see me make. Always, as I say, always put that in the box below, because I'll always, you know, I'll always do my best to try and please you guys. So thank you for watching me today, guys. You take care of yourselves. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here.